So the last video, we talked about expectations and when are expectations appropriate. We discussed that I feel like to have expectations, you have to have agreement with somebody. So what happens when you get that agreement, they agree, you agree, and then you have expectations and then they don't follow through? That's a really tough one because like with any relationship situation, which is most of life, you have to weigh all the parts and pieces. So for me, if somebody doesn't show up and there was an extreme extenuating circumstance, and when I say show up, I mean deliver, show up, follow through. So an extreme extenuating circumstance, that happens. And there are some things that really are out of our control. However, if somebody doesn't show up because they simply didn't feel it was important, they figured someone else would do it, who knows the plethora of reasons I've heard for people not showing up and following through and keeping their agreements with me. My process for handling that is this. The first thing I will do is I will call them immediately upon non-delivery or non-follow-through. When whatever is supposed to be happening is happening, I'm going to call them and say, hey, what's going on? And give them the opportunity to either not answer their phone because they're in critical condition in the hospital, which is an acceptable reason to not show up, or to hopefully tell me what happened, what went wrong. If the reason for not showing up was kind of anything other than a really important reason, that matters to me. It also matters how important my agreement with them was. Is it an agreement to show up and cater a wedding for 100 people and they didn't show up? Or is it an agreement to meet me for coffee at Starbucks, a mile away? Those are very different things. However, they both say the same thing about the people who don't follow through. So if somebody doesn't follow through after making an agreement with me, and now I've had this expectation and now I've been let down, I evaluate who they are to me. I absolutely give them a second chance, and if they let me down, then that's on me. However, my second chance is often in a less important category of what I need for them to do, because now I kind of know that there's a chance they're not going to follow through and they're going to let me down. If they let me down a second time, then I evaluate who they are to me. Here we are. How much do you mean to me? If you mean enough to me that I really like who you are, but I just know I can't count on you, like you're not reliable to keep your agreements, then I'm going to keep you around and I'm going to invite you to the party, but I'm not going to count on you to be any part of importance, to follow through with a donation, to bring food, to bring a cake. Anything that I know I need to happen that day, I'm not asking you. So I'll keep you around. You're my friend. I like you. If you show up, you're a lot of fun. And if you don't, I didn't lose anything. So my feeling on when people don't meet my expectations are to really evaluate who they are and what are they doing? Why are they not rising? And by the way, I do talk to them. I don't just simply stop inviting them. I let them know, hey, we had an agreement and you let me down and now I don't feel like I can all the way trust you. So you either need to build that trust back up, or you know what, we're just going to be friends who have fun together in a less important capacity. So I don't know. Does that make sense to you? How do you handle people who don't meet your expectations or who let you down that you can't count on? I don't necessarily think they need to be discarded, but I definitely know where I stand, and that's important. So I don't know if that was helpful, but I hope that you'll follow me on social media. I'm Kathy Partak on Instagram and Kathy Partak on YouTube. And I hope to see you in a city real soon.